Hello and welcome to another Doctor Assistant 1 video, and today I'm recording or doing my behind the scenes so far of a Ragnarok Part 4, which is officially the last part to, oh no, not Ragnarok Part 4, did I say Ragnarok? I can't remember already. Runaway Girl Part 4, and so, yeah, this is the last part to Runaway Girl. So, yeah, whether or not you've liked it, I don't know. Comment below if you've enjoyed it, or what you liked particular, which part you liked the most, what characters you liked the most, and whatnot. And yeah, I don't know, I mean, this part did run a lot longer than the other ones, but I feel like it was because there was much more content, a bit of, I had to tie the loose ends, basically, and stuff, and so, rather than maybe cutting it a bit too short, this part, I would have, I would have wanted it, as I've pointed out, in quite a few behind the scenes so far. I usually, my aim is to do a video or a figure adventure part, an average one, length of between 7 minutes to 8 minutes, and obviously this one ran somewhat longer than that, and yeah, I don't know, it's just because I guess maybe my ideas are expanding somewhat more, and with the more complex ideas come longer parts. Whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know. There is a thing on YouTube where I could be, on YouTube, wherever it is, I, as a content creator, can see how long, on average, people are viewing my videos for, which, excuse me, the last time I checked was something along the lines of an average of 1 minute and 30 seconds or something along those lines, on average, and a lot of my videos can range from like 5 minutes to, 10 to 15 minutes-ish, or, well, shorter than 15 minutes, but longer than 5 minutes, in between basically 5 to, I'd say about 13 minutes is the average length of one of my videos, and basically for that length, majority of people apparently on average watching my videos for 1 minute and 13 seconds, apparently anyway. That's by this YouTubey thing, so whether or not that's true, I don't know. I always really love getting positive feedback. You know, these figure adventures are a bit too long. I'd prefer if you added title sequence, or try to add a title sequence, music, whatever. I liked the story. I didn't like how it dragged in this particular place. You know, you could have added more death, and ironically, more death in this part, maybe. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest though, part 1 and 2 have a good, a total of 5 deaths from what I can remember. 3 in part 2, I think, and 2 in part 1. Or maybe the other way around, 2 in part 2 and 3 in part 1, I think. One or the other. So yeah, obviously the Krillin wasn't a bad guy, but unlike majority of the new series episodes, he wasn't this lovey-dovey, extremely peaceful monster. He was this monster that threatened Alex, the new companion of the, let me just zoom out, the new Alex of my new Alex of the new figure adventures, the new companion of my figure adventures, should I say, is Alex, and, you know, the Krillin does threaten her and kind of capture her and somewhat keep her in close proximity and kind of like, you know, as a bargaining chip to make the Doctor do what he wants him to do, which is find his brother. So he has a means to be sort of like aggressive and kind of like a bad guy, but actually get rid of Alex, or get rid of the situation where he's found his brother, and actually they're just fine monsters, or should I say aliens, to be less sort of racially offensive to aliens. And yeah, and basically, you know, it makes more sense, at least that, than them just being, oh, that Krillin was just good, you know, like it was doing bad things, but by the end, when it was let off, it was just good. You know, this, okay, it was doing bad things, but it was doing it because he wanted his brother, and he obviously cares for his brother, whereas, yeah, in some of the other episodes, Hyde and that, the creature was just doing bad things, or coming across as a bad monster, but then was a good thing and doing bad things because it was missing its lover. This is slightly different, you know, because I'd like to think that it's not as lovey-dovey, but it's a similar principle, but less in your face and less gushy and yucky and whatnot. And hopefully doesn't take too much away from the episode. And also, I don't want it to be always about just bad guys. You know, I guess them being like the lovey-dovey monsters, there's sometimes some sort of, it adds more depth to certain stories and that, and the Doctor Who universe and stuff, so yeah. I also tried getting some more camera angles and stuff, and different camera angles in the set of the time zone playset, the TARDIS set and whatnot, and I wanted to make this big impact about how Alex was like, oh my god, this is a huge thing, and whatnot, but whether or not I got that, I don't know. I tried my best. I will probably continue and try and do different angles with this set, because I really do love using this sort of set. If you couldn't already tell, this is basically my TARDIS, as in the fact that this is like the interior that I always thought that this is the TARDIS interior for me, because, you know, I grew up with this one on the TV when I was a kid, you know, like when I was younger and that, at 8 and whatnot. So I grew up with this TARDIS, so, you know, so for me it is the TARDIS and that, and yeah, the title of the next episode is called The Kraken. I won't be telling you how many parts it is, and I won't be telling you too much. You'll just have to stay tuned and find out what it's about. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.